So I charged it, the rapid charge, in Nissan Gloucester today, as I popped in to do a few things. When I come back, it's at 80%. I usually charge it to 85%. And of course, I presume that is because I have put the setting on where it charges to 80%, which I intended for at home, really, only. I was hoping to get that 5% extra. Forgot all about it. So if you switch that on to only charge to 80%, even with rapids, it keeps it at 80%. Worthwhile remembering. Unlike the schedule, where you set that and the rapid, if you plug a rapid in, it ignores the schedule. And when you plug it in at home, it recognises the schedule and doesn't start until 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever you set it to. With this, it just charges to 80%. And I'm assuming it's that, not that it just cuts out at 80%. It would be the first time it has. It's always charged to 85 or 90. So, yeah, if you turn that on, just remember to turn it off when you go to a rapid. Yeah, I'm not sure it's so convenient now, so I might just turn it off again. I think I will turn it off again. Bye. Okay, off I go to the event in Solihull. So it's an 86, 87 mile journey approximately, with this new idea that you can't ring Ecotricity, but whether that's right or not, I don't know. If you've watched the previous emergency episode I put up, hopefully some people will be feeding back and commenting on that, people who watch this, to see whether or not that's actually true. I've got no real way of telling until you guys let me know whether you've had the same experience, unless I ring every day, I suppose, and try and speak to a different operator. Don't think there's that many of them though, to be honest. So off I go. We'll see how this pans out. Okay, a bit of Hotwood services. 20% actually arrived on 19%. Got there fine, it's charging fine. Good stuff. Morning. So yesterday went fine. It's gone really well. The charger worked, only one charger I was relying on, which was Hotwood. That was working in the morning and in the evening. Interesting thing is, after that little escapade yesterday of going up and down the motorway, I pretty much actually hammered it back yesterday, because it was getting real late. I got back about midnight, something like that. But I got to work this morning and it's 94%. It's usually, in almost every single time, 92. Day in, day out for the last 6 months. Which is interesting. I've had it once before and it seems to be related to one of those aspects of that journey. Either the temperature the battery got to, or the rapid charging, or the speed I was driving back, but something has happened to increase that by 2%, where it never usually is that. So that was just an interesting observation, because I say day in, day out, it's always 92, and you get here 92. But there we go. Bye. Right, off I go, back up to paintball event. Oh, a passenger. Okay, I had another successful charge at Hotwood Services again today, second day. I'll have to come back there this evening and charge up again, and then I'll have to go there tomorrow and charge up, and then in the evening again charge up. So all going well so far. That one charger I'm relying on is working currently. Okay, another successful charge at Hotwood Services in the evening. It's the 4th charge there in the last 48 hours, and all is well. It didn't charge up to 94% this time, but only to 92. Don't know what that's about.
Bear left,
but there
then
you go.
in 50 yards, keep to the right.
It's charged to 94 every time. Last 3 times. On the 4th time it's charged to 92. Bye. Okie dokie. So I have been told that Hotwood Services is down on my route. And that was last night. Now, so I'm checking the map, and it is not red. Clearly not red. So maybe, just maybe, it's up and running. Scott Morris, thank you very much for contacting me on Twitter. just to let me know it's down, because this is your local rapid charge. And there was a woman there apparently who was at the charge of the cable because it wasn't working. So it must have been fixed overnight, or it's fixed itself. So I shall travel there. I've obviously been advised I can't ring the line unless it's emergency, so I'm going to have to travel there anyway. But it's showing it's up, so it should be fine. Should be fine. These are showing reds, look. I haven't got any other choices really in the area. Because Franklin, I think I got a problem with Franklin on one of them. Yeah, so north is not working. I could travel up to Franklin, I suppose. Yeah. You'll be a bit mad to do that. I'm up here somewhere. Somewhere this way. Up here. That's where I am. So, could travel through all the centre of town and stuff, I suppose. But that's up. So, okie dokie, I think that's probably enough of that. What I will do then is... Okay, I am also sent Electric Highway a tweet. I think you need Twitter as a backup tool. So I've sent them a tweet. And I shall see if they respond to it. Hopefully they will, because I'll be setting off in very, very shortly. So, I mean, someone said to me before, well, you know, there is such a thing as Twitter, you know. They're always on there. I'm not sure that's really an answer to using the system, because I don't know that many people that actually use Twitter. I know a lot of people do, but there's not a lot of uses for it for a lot of people. So they might not even be on it. So anyway, I've sent them a tweet because I happen to have signed up and used it since I started doing these blogs. And I'll just see what response time is on that as well. Bye. With Hotwood being potentially down, I'm just charging at work. Just in case, I'm not going to be here very long at all, but I might as well give myself the best fighting chance and reduce time really, because I've got to do some stuff at work for about 30 minutes, so it's better than nothing. It's not going to be a lot, but better than nothing. Okay, I'm off.
400 yards, turn right.
I'm off on my way. I got a couple of percent added on top. I've had no reply to the tweet I've sent. It is a Saturday, so perhaps they're not on Saturday. So I just have to head there, and I just got to hope that that rapid just had some temporary issue last night. They haven't mentioned it on their Twitter account. I've had a look through, so it should all be okay. Shouldn't have to worry about it. Just travel there and it should work.
Turn right.
If not, I mean, if it's not working, it's the only rapid. But basically, I'm pretty much stuffed. I think I was told, Scott said that there was a Nissan garage there, so all being well, I will be able to charge there, but it's whether I've got enough percentage when I get there. So I may have to charge for an hour or something when I get there, because it's pretty low when I get there. It's probably about 20%, 18 to 20%. So we'll see. We will see. Right, just a quick one again. I see a lot of people writing. There's always an argument, basically. There's always someone arguing a genuine complaint or genuine point that's being raised. So for me to have that call, I did have that call with James at Ecotricity, who told me that it's transferring to emergency line. You won't be able to use it for general inquiries. You need to use the map. And that call actually happened. Taking away that comfort or buffer zone of being able to just double check before we go for a journey. So that's gone. And now, almost immediately, I'm in a position now where I don't know whether I get there and it's working or it's not. So that's completely gone. And the chances are, might be proven wrong, but it probably will be down. Put it this way, I'm going there with the expectation that it's down, and I'm going to have a 6-hour wait at the welcome services on the way up, and then on the way down, because obviously I've got myself into the position. I've made my bed. I'm committed to going to the event, or pushing to get to the Nissan garage, which hopefully is within range on the percentage when I arrive, if I arrive at a reasonable percentage. So to drive as best I can. But it always seems to be the main crux of the argument. There's two arguments that are put forward every time you criticise Ecotricity and their system. It is, one, shouldn't be going a Nissan Leaf anyway, because it's not a long-range vehicle. It was never advertised as such. Two, it's free, so shut up and put up. Number one, and this is obviously completely my own opinions, because what do I really know more than anyone else's own opinions? What do our opinions stand for? Well, I'm kind of hoping something, and they get heard. Because Nissan Leaf, right? It's not a long-range vehicle. Then why are Nissan putting their names on rapid chargers, which are on motorways?
In about 400 yards, bear left.
It's not usual. Bear left. It's just a straight road, essentially. Anyway, why are they putting their names on it? That's my question. They want you to venture out to the motorway, which is notorious for having no turn-offs, and also in the electric car world, notorious for having hardly any charge stations.
Bear left.
So, straight road. That's really doesn't make any sense to me at all. They shouldn't have their name associated with it, should they? At this point in time. So, when they've got a 200-mile electric vehicle per charge, then maybe they should have a name plaster of everything and encourage people to venture out. But no, this isn't. It's like a caveat, just to say it's a short-range vehicle, and then it kind of diminishes the responsibility of Nissan to say every time something goes wrong. Well, we did tell you. We did tell you. It's almost like putting out saying, yeah, it's likely to break down, so don't try not to travel too much, okay? And then if you actually do travel too much, whatever that would mean, then it's your own fault. Anyway, so that doesn't make any sense to me. Why you put your branding all over there and encourage people to purchase the car, but then also tell them that there's all these rapids out on the motorway, so you can travel on the motorways. And there should be a massive warning sticker on the car, labelled right across it, do not use for long journeys. If that's what they, if that's the counter argument to saying there's problems with the rapid charges. It's like, well, you shouldn't be even there anyway. Doesn't make any sense. For a start, you could be using the rapid if you are local. Scott was saying that this one I'm going to today is his local one. It's only 4 miles away, so if that's down, he can't use it. So anyway, it's kind of all a load of rubbish, really. It's that first argument. The second argument, Ecotricity, is it free? Is it free? It is free, yeah. It is free to use. It costs money though. It costs, obviously, Ecotricity, it costs them money. It costs us money in a different regard. We have to buy the car. It's lumped in there somewhere. It's probably lumped in there somewhere with the taxpayer as well. I don't know. Apparently, Ecotricity have paid for that themselves. So the interviews I've seen, Nissan, I tweeted to Ecotricity, asked them what investment did Nissan put in, and the answer back was none. In terms of, I don't know if they're being pedantic though, whether it's in terms of the rapids or whether Nissan are giving them a bundle of money to help support the project, and then they've used that for logistics and for buying charge. But anyway, they're saying the rapids, they bought them themselves. Right, Ecotricity, I think it's a great idea. It's was working well. The people that come to their aid every time they are even remotely criticised, almost waving banners of it's free, it's free, it's free, so what do you expect? Shut up. Are you a member of Ecotricity anyway?
In about 400 yards,
like that,
turn
which
left.
is just bizarre. Because, I don't know, the only reason I'm using Ecotricity is because of an electric car, because I was encouraged to use Ecotricity because of the Nissan Leaf. Nissan said there's Ecotricity network. I didn't then plan to change over my provider to Ecotricity. Unless there's a guilt factor in there. If you're using this free, come on, you should actually support them and buy it. Surely not.
Turn left.
Be very, very suspicious if that was the case. But anyway, so anyway, using it. Yeah, I'm using it free because they said it was free, and they sent me a card, which I can use, and it's free. They didn't say there's 2 tiers. There's one where it's free and you put up and shut up, and there's a second tier where if you pay, we guarantee 99.9% uptime or something like that. And there wasn't that option. I haven't got the option to upgrade to a service where I always get a charge. So that other argument seems flawed in that respect. If there was a 2-tier system, I would choose the paid tier if it was a reasonable price. And that's really my other thing, is for those people that say it's free, of course it's got to be free to start with, haven't they? I mean, look how bad it is. It's always conking out. How can you possibly charge for a service like this? You couldn't. And with the best respect to Ecotricity, they're doing a good job. They're trying to put it out. It's cost a lot of money. It's obviously a lot of headaches, a lot of stress for people just to moan. But unfortunately, what do you expect? They're going down all the time. And it may be DBT's fault, the manufacturer of the rapid chargers. Nonetheless, it's ruining Ecotricity's reputation. Sorry. But the point still stands. It's just completely not reliable. You cannot rely on it to go anywhere. So it's, you know, it's at the moment it's a free, ridiculously unreliable service. It's absurd to suggest that you should pay, so then you've got the right to complain for a ridiculously unreliable service. So it just really, as you can probably tell, it really annoys me that you can't voice a genuine complaint. And you need a lot of people to do it, so it pushes a company in the right direction. It's going to help them long term. And the last thing really is, it's not always going to be free. They're going to charge for it. It's a business. They might have nice cartoon writing
yards, keep to
for
the
their
right.
logos and nice cheerful drawings and things like that, but that's PR, that's marketing, isn't it? That's what that is. It's a cosy company, it's a green company, but they are a company nonetheless, not a charity. They are there to make money, and they will charge for it, which is
Keep to the right.
fair enough. But we can't pay for a service like this, and I think
in about 400 yards, take the motorway entrance on your left onto M50.
Yes, turn left. Let me say it again. It might do. It might very well do. Just wait.
Take the motorway entrance on your left onto M50.
They are basically, they are in it to make money. And the way I look at it, I am very cynical. But I run my own business. And from their point of view, they've got a complete monopoly at the moment on the charge systems. That's because they've done the legwork. They got there first. But nonetheless, they've got a complete monopoly on it. And they are going to charge. They're saying, come January 2015, 6 months away, they'll be charging. If this, it just all depends on price as well. I mean, if this is 6 or 7 quid to charge, and they were completely reliable systems, I wouldn't be really worth me going on this journey for the cost savings. So anyway, that's completely another topic. And we also don't know how much they're going to charge. You know, so it's all hearsay and rubbish really. But where it stands at the moment, the system is ridiculously unreliable, and everyone's got a valid reason to complain, whether it's free or not. You can pat on the back, but for offering a service that's free and trying to put a network in, and the idea of it and being the first to do it, but it hasn't executed very well at all, and it may be entirely DBT's fault. Nonetheless, in reality, it is not a reliable system. When it works, it is brilliant. I mean, I've used them quite a few times, not as many as some, but I would have said I've probably used them, probably had 50 rapid charges, approximately. And in all my videos, in every single one, when it's worked, I've praised them and said, thank you very much, Ecotricity, it's absolutely brilliant. And the only reason it's a problem is because it suddenly becomes a problem for me now on one of my journeys. It's not even on my journey. Before the journey, I make a quick phone call just to clarify, and then to find out that soon you won't be able to do that. And even if that's true or it isn't true, and James has got it wrong from Ecotricity, that doesn't matter either, because it still remains that it's unreliable. Anyway, that's that 10-minute chat over with. It's just odd. It's pointless posting on forums about the issue. Just pointless. You just get some very loud-mouthed people saying how ridiculous it's free. That's pretty much what you hear. It's free, so get on with it. There's actually a law somewhere, we've been involved with it before. We decided not to go ahead. We were going to sell products and give away something free with it. Slightly different because you're already paying for the product. But if that free product is faulty, you're just as culpable as if they had paid for the product, the customer had paid for the product in the first place, regardless of whether it's free or not. Which kind of makes sense because you're inviting the person in based on a free item. If that doesn't work, people could intentionally give away items that don't work, or poor value items or poor condition or whatever, just to get people to spend money. So it kind of makes sense. And this situation is kind of close to that. That's not their intention at all. Their intention is to set it up first. We're beta testers for Ecotricity, essentially. That's what we are. We're the people that go through and hit and miss like a minefield on whether you're going to make a journey or not. And then from all that data, all the issues it's brought up over the last couple of years, they can act on that and then actually sort it out. So we shouldn't be paying for it. We shouldn't be paying for it at this stage. And we should be right to voice our complaints and praises. For goodness sake, people, if you've had a brilliant experience with Ecotricity, let them know. But if you've had a bad experience anywhere, point it out. They need to know. They need customer feedback. They need that feedback to get an excellent service. And it's better that we do it now than when they're too bedded in with the current system they've got. They're very fresh. It's a very fresh part of the business for them. So enjoy, and thank you Ecotricity for the charges I've had so far on this trip. It's been flawless up until today, but we shall see. It may very well work. If it works, I'm laughing. If not, you've put a nice reserve post in, 7 kilowatts, so at least in a dire emergency I can actually charge up. So that's good, but I think you've stopped doing that with the 7 kilowatt post, because it's hardly worth it, because people have to sit there for so long and there's only a 2-hour parking time in most places. But anyway, at least that's there where I'm going. So thank you very much for that, and I may be thanking you if it's still up. There was a third thing, which is some of the responses I got were quite strange, as I've just touched on earlier today at home. Things like, they've got Twitter, don't you know? You know, they're always on there, things like that. It's like, okay, right, number one, you need a data signal for Twitter. So, like now, I've just gone to check Twitter, I haven't got a data signal. Okay, so I can't check it to see if they've even responded. At some point, presumably on this journey, I will get a data signal, of which then I can check to see whether or not it is up or down. So that doesn't work unless, well, it just doesn't work. Even if you say the day before, hello, is this charger up? And they reply, yes, it is, fully working. It doesn't guarantee that the following day, because so much time has passed, when you're actually on the road and haven't got a data signal, it doesn't guarantee that it's actually going to work anyway. So, you need, I was going to say an arsenal of stuff, but you don't need an arsenal of stuff, because with worldwide events as they are, I don't want to use weaponry. So, you need a tool bag of kit to be able to drive electric vehicles long distance, unless you own a Tesla and you go 300 miles and you've got £100,000 in your pocket. So you need a brick charging system. Ideally you need a 6.6 kilowatt car. You need a smartphone, because you need to install Twitter. You need a data plan to be able to contact Ecotricity. You do need a phone, obviously, but that's only for emergencies. It would now appear to ring Ecotricity, unless that's wrong. You need a whole host of cards to be able to connect to the rapid chargers to authorise a charge to your car. And that's pretty much, yeah, I think that's it, more or less. Oh, and a charge cable. You need a charge cable because some of the systems haven't got tethered, well, a lot of them haven't got tethered cables, so you have to have your own cable. So you need those things in your toolkit, and ideally there's obviously additional things you could do with, you could have a whole range of adapters, so you can plug it in a campsite, things like that. You need all those things. It's not a simple It's not a simple thing. The Twitter thing though is a little bit. It's a little bit annoying. I've seen it said quite a few times when people complained. I just think, what a load of rubbish. I mean, I can't. It's like trying to use ZapMap. You can't do it on the road if you haven't got a data signal. For instance, I mean, this is a good example, really. I mean, this event I've been to, constantly promoting on the internet, across Facebook, on social channels. People follow us, a lot of people follow us. And on my phone, I've used 80% of my data over this last 2 days. I got a gig of data, and I've used that just by commenting on stuff and replying to people. I'm going to be out of data soon, so I won't even be able to check Twitter. So it's not that Twitter thing. It cannot be used in any situation really as a tool officially by Ecotricity. It doesn't work for a lot of people. Some people who drive these cars won't even have smartphones. They won't even know what Twitter is or tweeting. So it's just not going to be suitable for them. So you're left. What are you left with? You're left with the phone line for emergencies only, according to James at Ecotricity, and their map. Now, I would go as far as say, even I suppose you could think that was a bit unreasonable. You should, I suppose, it is pure form. You should just be able to go to the chargers, not have to check anything at all. Like you go to a fuel pump, you don't go to a fuel pump and go, oh, look, the pump's broken. Ever happened to me. That's how it should be, I suppose. It's pure form. In its tender state as it is at the moment, I suppose you should check online to make sure it's up first. But what I've said, and I keep harping on about, is that even that is just not in any shape or form accurate. It might be today, but there'd be coincidence because it just hasn't been marked as red hotwood at all. But you never know. If I get there and it works. If I get there and it doesn't, and the map says it was green. Well, it's not green actually. I think that's changed. Perhaps it hasn't. Someone tell me in the comments if it hasn't. For the charger I go into, it's yellow and blue. Which I always thought the yellow was a slower charge. But anyway, it's yellow and blue. It's not a green one. It's a different type of charger. I've completely forgotten now.
300 yards.
So that's CSS ones. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Who knows? Anyway, it's showing us up. It's not down. It's not red. So it probably will be now. I've tweeted Ecotricity, and they've gone, "Hey, hotwood down, is it?" And then they've gone, "Oh, quick, mark it as red." Who knows? Anyway, it's green this morning, as you saw. Bye. Okay, seems to suggest it is. So that's what I shall do. Have a look. Oh, I'll be glad if this is. Be a lifesaver. Start and charge this and let's give it a go. Who puts it up here? Should be in there. Is that you, Scott? Haha. Hold on. Okay. Okay, that's up and running. Initialization. I'm not sure it does anything. The light's not coming on. Error. Uh-oh. Welcome, charge your vehicle. Oh dear. Okie dokie, let's ring Ecotricity, shall we? Wow, that's... Aircon's not coming on automatically when I press auto, I don't know why that is. Right, if you can hear me. Contacts. Ecotricity. Right, let's try that, shall we? Give it a go. Hopefully it's going to work. 25 degrees outside.
Oh, it's support. How can I help?
Hi, yeah, I'm at Hotwood Services. I'm getting a synchronisation error when I plug it in.
Yes, I'm afraid Hotwood Services went down an error last night, sir.
Oh.
Which direction are you heading?
I am going to Sutton Coldfield.
Going to Sutton Coldfield, okay. So, the nearest services to you that would be working would be Frankly North on the M5. What range do you have?
27%. So about 20 miles probably.
You're in a Zoe, are you?
Sorry? No, I'm in a Leaf. Nissan
So
Leaf.
what car? You're in a Leaf, okay. Yeah, sorry, could I just have your name and phone number in case I need to call you back?
It's Ian Sampson.
Sorry, I missed that.
It's Ian Sampson.
Ian Sampson.
Yeah.
And your phone number, Mr. Sampson?
Oh,
752. Okay. So you said 26 miles. That
well, no,
sounds
20 miles,
good.
yeah. 20 miles on the motorway.
20 miles. So it's 5 miles to the junction, and then it's about 5 miles back. So 10 miles to where you are.
Right, okie dokie. Is there any way you can update your map to show it as red?
At the moment, the map's only updated on weekdays, but we do tweet the information. So do you have a Twitter feed?
I do. I messaged you a couple of hours ago asking whether it was up or not, and I haven't had a response.
Okay. Okay. My apologies for that. Like the rest of the world, we are suffering slightly from some personnel being on holiday as well.
Right, okay.
But within the next 3 weeks, the target is to have live feeds. But
In the next 3 weeks?
So in the next 3 months.
Oh, next few months, okay.
The problem with live feeds is that the data comes to chargers, and the chargers send quite a lot of garbage as well as useful information. So there's no point in just banging from the chargers off.
Wow, that wasn't a very clear phone call. Let me try ringing them again. Sounds to me like they can't have live data because the chargers bung a load of information. Get a better signal. Oh yeah, I think I was just speaking to you when I got cut off.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we got cut off. So yes, I was just explaining that the data obviously comes from the chargers, but amongst useful data, the chargers send quite a lot of conflicting information, and everybody thinks live feed's the answer, but it isn't, because the old thing with computers, garbage in, garbage out. So one could easily be faced with constantly changing symbols, which are pretty meaningless. So we're just working on that, and we hope to have a solution and have the first sensibly live map in the UK within the next 3 months.
Right, okie dokie. Who are we speaking to today?
My name is James.
Okie dokie. Thanks, sir, James. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, well, good luck at Frankly. If you have any further problems, don't hesitate to give us a call.
Yeah. All right, and thanks, Em. Bye. Cheers.
Thanks, bye.
There you go, people. Excellent. Okay, that was the exact same bloke as I spoke to before. The one that said don't ring the line. It's the emergency line only. Man oh man. And that was Thursday. got completely different information on today than I did Thursday. Supposed to be transitioning to an emergency line. It's not imminent, is it? If the map's not going to be live for 3 months, unless they really are going to transfer it and change it before they do the live updates and stuff. So I don't know. Who knows? I've just spotted some chargers there as I went by, with bags over them. Look very much suspiciously like Tesla superchargers. Could it be so? I'll try and find the video. They're down there. Can you see them in those bags? Down there in the bags. Okay, I'm now headed back towards home. So I'm not heading north anymore, I'm heading south. Okay, so I'm headed south. I've got 10 miles until Frankly, so I shall update you when I get there. On the way here, huge jams on the other side of the motorway. Of course, I'm heading into those now. I've just come across the jams, so I could be here for quite some time. I've only got 8.2 miles until I arrive at my destination, but it could take a lot of time. This is what I've headed down into, basically. Massive long delays and tailbacks galore, mile upon mile. I'm turning off
to the left onto M5.
Hopefully, when I came by I noticed that traffic going up that way was queued up, but I'm kind of hoping that this is all clear. It's left hand lane. It is. That's not too bad then. There's no way I can come back down south. I mean, that traffic is just ridiculous. It's just packed. I think what I'm going to have to do is find a route which avoids motorways, get a charge here as long as it's up, and then try and head off.
Take the exit on your left, then keep to the right.
Can't go back down south, so I'll have to try and find a way of getting there. I'll be hours otherwise. It's just gridlock. Mile after mile after mile after mile. So try and work another route. Okay, here. Hopefully this one works. Who knows? Hooray! It's charging. Get in. Lovely. Okay, this actually taking me north anyway, and then around that area to get to where I want to go, so it's not going to take me back down south and back around again, so I can just carry on from here. So it's worked out nicely, real nicely. Well, saying that, I don't know what the traffic's like through the city, but it's taking me just around the outskirts, just back round. So the total journey is 28 miles left, that's all. Okay, see how we get on. Okay, the junction onto the M42 is shut, so I'm now being diverted off.
Continue on the current route.
Somewhere. Right, I am headed off from this event. 71%. I haven't got any charges I can go to really. So I've charged for a few hours here. It's now 7:30. Off I go. Let's see how this journey pans out. I think the only real option I've got is to go. I have to go to Hotwood Services, and then what I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to travel real slow there, aren't I? Try to travel slow as possible, and then just put on a slow charge there, plug it into a post. It's going to be painful though. It's going to be painful. It took an hour there, unfortunately. I think that's my only option though, so that's what I shall do. So my strategy is go as slow as I can on the motorway. So 50 and 60, no air conditioning, nothing. I'm going to try and get to Hotwood
keep to the left.
as you consuming as little energy as possible. So I've got less time to wait there whilst it does a slow charge. Wow, it talks a lot. So yeah, gonna go as slow as I can, feasibly on the motorway, and hopefully I'll get there on good percentage. I've got 61% left of the battery so far. I've got another 19 miles to go, so I've probably got about 40% by the time I get there. I need to charge to at least 94% because I've just got home on that each time. Within, you know, with a couple of miles to spare, maybe I might be able to leave on 90%, but it'll be pushing it probably. So I've got a lot of waiting to do. Okie dokie. Welcome break. No rapid, I presume still. I'll try it though, just for the sake of it. 43% I've arrived on. So we'll give it a go. No one else is here, which is good, because there could have been someone on the post quite easily. And let's see if this rapid now works, which it may not do still. I will try again. Okay, it didn't work. 42%. It's now 3 minutes past 8. 42%. Bye. I'm on the cable. A closer look at these chargers. Just post, nothing in the middle of them. Cable. They're not solid, so I don't guess that is where Tesla is going to be parking. I presume it is new Ecotricity ones, I would guess. I might tweet them and ask them. Okie dokie, what we got here? Charging. 1:49, 1 hour 49. So I shall leave it on for another 10 minutes. Maybe 2 hours, I think. Let me check the percentage on the car. Right. Let me see if I could actually find the dot. 73%. I can do 79 miles according to that. It's 59. I think I'm gonna go. My gut feeling is it'll make it. We shall see. It's time. Coming up 10 o'clock. Okay, off I go. 21:57. Now, of course, I got the lights on. It's saying 59 miles, 80 miles on the gasometer. Now it's an hour and 7 till I get home, so it'll be quite a feat to be able to do over an hour. Most of that's on the motorway. Admittedly, the last probably 15-20 minutes isn't. Right, so I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, I'm in Gloucester, more or less 30%. It's 10 to 11. So I'm pretty easily going to get home. I know there's a climb coming up to my place, but I should easily get home. I'll be down to, I would have thought, about 6 or 7% battery, I would have thought. But I will update you when I get back home. Okie dokie. 11%. 23:17, and the journey is complete. Thank goodness for that. So probably could have got away with having 30 minutes less charge, maybe. Wouldn't want to risk it there. It's a perfect amount of charge, really. Speeds 50 to 55 maximum all the way back, and that's the result, really. These are, be very close, but you could almost get there on 100% charge without a rapid at all if you went 45, 50 miles an hour probably on the motorway. It doesn't have to show though, it's very controllable. If you dial the speed right down, you can soon get some more miles added on to your journey. It's quite good, really, as in the more distance you can travel, the slower you go. So pleased with that. Got home, bit annoying. It was 2 hours on the slow charger, but of course I would have charged for 30 to 40 minutes anyway. So I'm talking an hour and 20, an hour and 30 extra waiting around. So not the end of the world, but a bit annoying because I would have been back an hour and 20, an hour and 30 earlier. But never mind, I am home safe and sound. Bye. Okay, so I am planning today, I need to take the boys down to Cornwall. Amy's working down there and I'm going down to meet her. I'm on holiday. Well, I am for a day and they are for a week. But this is the state of the Ecotricity network as we are at the end of July. So I'll be coming onto the M5 here to travel down. So the one in Gloucester, which went down 4 days after it was installed, brand new, that's offline. Go on down. There's another set here. Michael Wood. Down, north and south. Been down for months and months and months and months and months. Pretty much since January, I think. So M5. So the other option I've got is I come up. Oh, yeah. I could come up this way along the A48 and then join on the motorway here and charge here. But it's down. Right, so along the M5. That's up. That's an IKEA. Means I have to come all the way off route to go to IKEA, I guess, and then join back up on the M5. I think I have to do that. We've got some chargers here, which I could charge at, but I don't think I can make the journey from home to those. So I'd need to go off route to IKEA shopping centre, come back out of centre of Bristol, and then go on to this one here. I don't know what that's done now. Bear with me. I don't know what's happened there. It's gone. Nope, it's done it again. I've clipped to drag, and it's just taken me miles. What's it doing? Right. Whoa. Zoom in and out now. Okay. Right. So was that the ones I was looking at? I can zoom so far in. Right. Yes. So Sedgemoor. That's up. So just don't dare drag. That one's up, which is good. And then two here, so that's good. Oh, one's down. South's up, so that's going to be a problem coming back up on Monday. Potential problem. That one's up. That one's down. Where does that leave me? Oh, I can miss that one out. I don't want to be going. Yes, I do. This is the last one. So the one at the end is good. And that's it then. So that's the Ecotricity side of it done. The journey to get onto the road is almost unobtainable. Very difficult with that being down, and these two being down. I've got to get from Newent over here. Going to have to get all the way to IKEA. So hopefully that'll be up and running. But the state is just terrible. It's almost on any journey you want to do, you get those sort of problems. I'm wondering if you're this way, is that? Yeah, those are up. A bit like yesterday, you know, with Hotwood. I wonder if that's now showing as down. No, still showing as up. That's good, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Anyway, don't trust the map. So some of these, I suppose potentially some of these could actually be working. It's unlikely though, because that would be helpful. So there you go, guys. That is what I plan, and that'll probably be in next week's episode. And you will see how I get on. I've actually got to go all the way down here. There's a rapid at CNC taxis, which you have to pay for, which is fair enough. There is one around here somewhere. Vosper's, Nissan. But I might be able to get from there to CNC's. I'm not sure. Apparently it's a bit iffy. You can just about do it. And then that's it then. And then I'm staying overnight, so I'm going to charge up, go back to CNC, and then hopefully go back up along the A30 to this one here. So, yeah, there you go, guys.